In September 2025, the tech and telecom world was rocked by a headline-grabbing announcement. EchoStar and SpaceX had struck a $17 billion deal that could change the landscape of mobile and satellite internet forever. This isn't just another business transaction. It's a move that promises to reshape how we connect, communicate, and access information, whether we're in the heart of a bustling city or the most remote corner of the country. EchoStar, the parent company of Boost Mobile, is transferring crucial spectrum licenses to SpaceX. These licenses are the invisible highways that carry wireless signals, and now SpaceX will have the bandwidth it needs to supercharge its Starlink direct-to-cell service, enabling satellites to beam connectivity straight to ordinary smartphones, no special hardware required. For EchoStar, this deal is more than just a sale, it's a financial lifeline. By offloading valuable spectrum, the company can reduce its debt burden and ease regulatory headaches, giving it room to refocus and innovate. For SpaceX, the acquisition is a true game changer. The spectrum is the missing puzzle piece that allows Starlink to offer seamless, direct-to-phone connectivity, potentially making dropped calls and dead zones a thing of the past. The market responded instantly. EchoStar's stock price soared as investors recognized the transformative potential of the deal. Meanwhile, traditional telecom giants like AT&T and Verizon were put on notice. The deal signals a new era of competition, where established players must adapt or risk being left behind. But this is about more than just business strategy. It's a leap toward truly global, seamless connectivity, bridging the digital divide and bringing reliable internet to places that have always been out of reach. In 2024 alone, Americans used a staggering 132 trillion megabytes of mobile data, and that number is only climbing as our lives become more digital and data-hungry. This partnership is a bold bet on a future where your phone works anywhere, on a mountain, in a desert, or deep in the city, fundamentally changing how we live, work, and stay connected. So, what does this landmark agreement really mean for the industry, for competition, and for you? Let's break it all down. To understand this deal, you first need to know about spectrum, the invisible radio frequencies that make all wireless communication possible. Every time you send a text, stream a video, or make a call, you're using a tiny slice of this spectrum. It's the unseen force that connects our devices, powers our apps, and keeps us in touch with the world, whether we're at home, at work, or on the move. Think of spectrum as a limited, invisible highway system in the air, divided into lanes for different uses: radio, TV, GPS, Wi-Fi, and crucially, mobile service. Each lane is carefully assigned so signals don't crash into each other, just like cars on a highway. The more devices and services we use, the more crowded these lanes become, making efficient management essential for smooth communication. The Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, acts as the traffic controller for these airwaves. They manage the spectrum by auctioning licenses to companies like EchoStar and Verizon, ensuring fair access and preventing interference. These auctions can raise billions of dollars and shape the future of technology in the U.S. The more spectrum a company owns, the faster and broader its network can be. More spectrum means more capacity for data, higher speeds, and better coverage, especially as we demand more from our devices every year. EchoStar's AWS-4 and H-Block licenses are mid-band spectrum, ideal for 5G and satellite-to-phone service. These frequencies strike a balance between coverage and speed, making them perfect for next-generation networks that need to reach both cities and rural areas. But EchoStar struggled for years to build a network with these licenses, leaving valuable spectrum sitting idle. This unused potential represented a missed opportunity for millions of people who could benefit from better connectivity. SpaceX saw this as the missing link for its ambitious plan to connect phones directly from space. By filling this gap, they could bring reliable service to places where cell towers can't reach: mountains, deserts, and even out at sea. By acquiring these licenses, SpaceX secures the exclusive superhighway it needs to beam data from Starlink satellites straight to your phone, unlocking a new era of truly global, seamless connectivity, no matter where you are. The $17 billion deal between SpaceX and EchoStar isn't just a simple cash transaction. It's a carefully structured mix, with up to $8.5 billion paid in cash, providing immediate liquidity for EchoStar. The other $8.5 billion comes in the form of SpaceX stock, giving EchoStar a direct stake in one of the world's most ambitious private space companies. This approach allows SpaceX to conserve its cash reserves for critical projects, like rocket launches and satellite deployments, while still offering significant value to EchoStar. Meanwhile, EchoStar becomes a shareholder, tying its future to SpaceX's growth and innovation in the satellite industry. But there's more. SpaceX will also take on the responsibility of covering $2 billion in EchoStar's debt interest through 2027, giving EchoStar crucial breathing room to stabilize its finances, invest in new opportunities, and focus on long-term strategy. This move comes on the heels of EchoStar's $23 billion spectrum sale to AT&T, a deal that radically transformed its financial outlook and freed up capital. By monetizing its most valuable spectrum assets, EchoStar has shifted its business model and unlocked new possibilities for growth. The company is now evolving from a traditional network builder to a modern service provider, ready to compete in a rapidly changing industry. For SpaceX, this rare acquisition highlights just how essential spectrum is for its direct-to-cell ambitions and global connectivity plans. By offering stock as part of the deal, SpaceX ensures that both companies are invested in the success of direct-to-cell, aligning their interests for the long haul. Now, EchoStar stands to benefit directly if SpaceX's new service thrives, creating a powerful incentive for collaboration. This isn't just a one-time sale. It marks the beginning of a strategic, long-term partnership that could reshape the satellite and telecom landscape. With both companies now deeply invested, they're poised to drive the future of seamless global connectivity, reaching more people in more places than ever before. The deal isn't just about spectrum. It's about bringing Starlink's direct-to-cell service to boost mobile customers. SpaceX's new satellites act as cell towers in space, connecting directly to regular 4G and 5G phones. No special hardware needed. Boost mobile users will get coverage in places where cell towers can't reach, solving the no-service problem. The service will start with texting, then expand to calls and data as more satellites launch. EchoStar canceled its own satellite plans, choosing to partner with SpaceX instead of building from scratch. This move lets EchoStar offer satellite-to-phone service faster and more affordably. It's a win for consumers who get expanded coverage without waiting years for new networks. The FCC requires companies to use their spectrum or risk losing it. EchoStar held its licenses for years but failed to build the promised network, drawing regulatory scrutiny. SpaceX pushed the FCC to reclaim and reallocate the unused spectrum. Facing possible fines or license loss, EchoStar sold its spectrum to AT&T and SpaceX, companies ready to deploy networks fast. The FCC welcomed the move, seeing it as a way to boost competition and U.S. leadership in next-gen connectivity. Now, valuable mid-band spectrum will finally be put to use, not warehoused. The sale lets EchoStar exit a regulatory bind and ensures the spectrum advances national connectivity goals. It's a regulatory win and a technological leap forward. For SpaceX, owning the spectrum is the key to unlocking Starlink's full potential. Previously, SpaceX relied on partnerships to borrow spectrum, limiting its independence. Now, with exclusive nationwide S-band licenses, SpaceX can design and optimize its network for maximum performance. The company plans to launch upgraded satellites, expanding capacity by over 100 times. Starlink's direct-to-cell won't replace city cell towers, but will blanket oceans, deserts, and rural areas with coverage. This dual approach, fixed broadband and mobile, positions SpaceX as a global communications powerhouse. With over 8,000 satellites already in orbit, SpaceX is ready to accelerate a truly global mobile network. The $17 billion investment signals SpaceX's intent to disrupt and redefine mobile communications from space. For everyday users, this deal could mean the end of mobile dead zones. SpaceX's direct-to-cell service will let your phone connect to a satellite when you're out of range of cell towers. That means you can text, call, or use basic data anywhere with a clear sky, crucial for safety, travel, and remote work. This new competition challenges the dominance of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, potentially leading to better service and lower prices. Smaller carriers like Boost Mobile can now offer coverage that rivals the giants. Seamless global coverage could become the new standard, just like Wi-Fi in public places. It also opens the door for always connected devices, from shipping containers to farm equipment. For users, it's a step toward truly universal, reliable communication. EchoStar CEO Hamid Akhavan calls the deal a logical evolution, combining EchoStar's spectrum with SpaceX's satellite power to deliver direct-to-cell service faster and more affordably. He admits building a network from scratch was too costly and complex, so partnering with SpaceX is the smarter move. EchoStar pivots from network builder to service enabler, securing its future and giving Boost Mobile customers access to cutting-edge coverage. SpaceX President Gwynne Shotwell says the deal enables a step change in Starlink's performance, aiming to end mobile dead zones for good. She frames SpaceX as not just a tech company, but a provider of essential global infrastructure. Both leaders see this as a mission to deliver universal connectivity, each bringing unique strengths to the table. Their shared vision, a world where everyone, everywhere is always connected. The EchoStar SpaceX deal is a turning point for global communications. It merges terrestrial assets with space-based innovation, setting the stage for a digital safety net that spans the planet. SpaceX's entry as a global mobile provider will force industry giants to innovate and expand coverage. The Boost Mobile partnership is just the start. Other carriers may follow, leading to better service and more choice. The deal shows that moving resources to those best equipped to use them benefits everyone, accelerating next-gen services and closing the digital divide. It's a story of regulatory pressure meeting technological ambition, promising to finally solve the problem of dead zones. For anyone who's ever lost a signal, this is the dawn of a truly connected world.